Brian Ortega repeatedly punched his way into a featherweight title fight at UFC Fight Night 180, dominating the Korean Zombie over the main event's 5 full rounds. T-City was on fire, outstriking Chang Sung-jung and never giving the Korean puncher a chance to get into any sort of rhythm. The scorecards read a complete shutout, and you'd have never guessed T-City had been out of the cage for almost 2 years. But in the co-main event, Jessica Andrade made women's history in her flyweight debut, stopping the #1 ranked Katlyn Chookagian in the first round with a pair of brutal body shots. The former strawweight champ might have been 7 inches shorter, but she was definitely the stronger. Andrade picked up and slammed Chookagian multiple times, planted 2 right hands into her guts to finish the fight, and set multiple women's records in the process. The Brazilian piledriver is now the first woman in UFC history to earn victories in 3 weight classes. She has the most UFC fights with 17, and her 12th UFC win is the second most in women's history, behind only the GOAT, Amanda Nunes. Andrade's win over Chookagian blasts her into the #1 women's flyweight contender spot. She'll have to wait for Jennifer Maia, though, who faces the champ Valentina Shevchenko this November. In the bottom 5, the competition is sparse. There's not one current back-to-back win streak in there. At least Roxanne Modafferi has fought for a title. Obviously, Jessica Andrade took home an extra $50K performance bonus. And so did Jimmy Crute for landing one of the best intercepting right hands you'll ever see. And Guram Kutateladze and Mateusz Gamrot went 3 rounds for Fight of the Night. In other UFC news, former dual division champ Conor McGregor's rematch with the former interim lightweight champ Dustin Poirier seems all but finalized, which might not be saying a lot. He said yes and Dustin said yes, stated UFC president Dana White. So now it's a matter of getting contracts signed, and therein lies the problem. With both men having recent financial run-ins with Uncle Dana that cost the sport at least 2 great fights with other opponents, and this being McGregor's 3rd comeback from retirement, getting those contracts signed is far from guaranteed. In other MMA news, Chris Cyborg scored her first ever win by submission at Bellator 249, tapping out Arlene Blenko with a rear naked choke in the 2nd round. Leandro Ego tapped out Ricky Bandejas in the co-main event with a 2nd round rear naked choke of his own.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.